You know, when I was a kid, 1970, 24 years old, I was an analyst, and I had a orange piece of paper, so I knew it came from the FT, posted above my desk, and it said that an analyst is someone who knows a great deal about a few things and learns more and more about less and less until he knows everything about nothing. And a portfolio manager is somebody who knows a little bit about a lot of things and learns less and less about more and more until he knows nothing about everything. And a client is somebody who starts off knowing a reasonable amount about a fair number of things, but through association with analysts and portfolio managers, learns less and less about more and more until he knows nothing about anything. It is a dilemma. Do you want to know everything about a micro specialty or a fair bit about a broad number of things? I think what you're referring to about Buffett is different. I think what you're referring to is the importance of taking whatever knowledge you have and understanding the context and having knowledge which is not limited to your area of specialization. Now, you know, Buffett and maybe even to a greater extent Charlie Munger are really, well, Charlie's a Renaissance man. He's a polymath. He knows a great deal about history, philosophy, and science. You know, I think some of us, we all have different ways of thinking about problems. Some of us learn or, let's say, derive our conclusions through analogies. We see a process going on, and maybe in a company, we analogize it to something that might go on in nature. I think it helps, and it helps to understand history. It helps to understand science, and I think there's a book out now called "Investing: The Last Liberal Art," which compares, which talks about philosophy and psychology and metallurgy and physics, whatever it might be. And you can see in each of these disciplines lessons to be taken to the investment process. So, you know, I read fairly broadly, and I'm not a specialist in any one thing, and I never really have ever been, ever since my days in 1969, 70, when I started off as an analyst in conglomerates, whatever. But even that wasn't very specialized. I mean, I was a specialist in generalized companies. I think it helps to read broadly, you know, because what good does it do to know everything about one little thing if you don't know how it fits into the world and how the world's going to affect it?